Otherwise, you have to continue right here at Cranberry Country Lodge, Thursday, October 19th, talking with Whitney Sanjari. Whitney, a Toma Health event going on right now, but it's got a different name, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the Healthy Aging Expo. It used to be called the Senior Health and Safety Expo.
So who's it for?
So it is geared towards seniors in the area. Ages like 50 and up. Not to say that if you're 50, you're a senior, but just it's geared towards how can you age healthy and what things do you need to do now so that you're prepared, before you get to a crisis point.
This event we're here very early, but this event is normally very well attended, isn't it?
Usually, yes. We haven't had it since COVID, so last one was 2019, so this is our first time back since then.
I'm walking around here. I see a lot of people I've seen here before. Is that pretty common?
Yep, so there's lots of organizations that are going to specifically serve seniors in this area, and we try to gather most of them under one roof, so it's really convenient to get the resources that you might need. And so there's some new ones, and then of course some familiar faces.
So if you're talking blood pressure, all kinds of health issues, there's somebody here to help you, isn't there?
Sure, absolutely. Walking through Medicaid, balance screenings, blood pressure, just the resources available in our county. There's lots of things that are hard to navigate as you get older, and so this is just all the resources together under one roof to help you.
Whitney, why do you pick this time of year to always do this? Is there a certain reason for that?
I think just tradition. It was how they started, I think, over 20 some years ago. We've just kind of kept it in the fall.
And you're going to have a little panel discussion. This goes from basically 9 to 11, then a panel discussion after that, correct?
Yep, so health fair portion 9 to 11, and then the panel will be 11:15 to 12:30. So we've got 6 experts from Toma Health that are going to be speaking on what's called the 4 M's, which is just a healthcare initiative to have age-friendly healthcare. And it's really focused around conversations about what matters most to you as a patient, medications, mobility, and then mentation, which is just like mental health, dementia, and like depression go along with that too.
Your job keeps you very busy, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. I bet you every day's different for you, I would imagine.
It is. Yep. And it's a joy to serve the community.
Whitney, thanks for your time. I'm just going to wander around and talk to people. Thanks for talking with me.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Starting out with Angie. Angie, it's your lucky day. We're starting out with you.
Right.
Let's talk about body fat. I'm concerned about that. I'm over 70. Is the average person concerned about body fat, and if not, should they be?
I'm sure everybody thinks about it a little bit, but I don't know if they're overly as concerned as they should be. It is important to be eating healthy and doing some as you get older, especially too. Your muscle mass goes down, so it's good to be toning and using some type of free weights or strength training type machines to help with that as you age. But no, I don't think tons of people are always conscious of it.
Talk about your business for me.
Yeah, so I am the owner of EverFit Women's Health Club. We are a women's only facility, obviously, and we have a wide range of equipment. We have cardio equipment, all the traditional stuff, but then we do have a circuit, speaking of like strength training, that is hydraulic resistance based. So it is easier on your joints, but just as good of a workout. And then we have all the traditional cable machines though too, and free weights. Free weights are good to incorporate in your workout as well for toning. So
I would imagine there are women that are just more comfortable working around women, correct?
Yes, they are. That is young and old. They
Absolutely.
love just women in the facility. So
okay, where you located? People can then say, hey, I want to be a part of Angie's group. How do we get a hold of you?
We are right next to Moulters. So
you're right
you know
there. Okay.
Moulters grocery store. It's on Clifton Street. So we share a parking lot with them. So
website people can go to?
Yep, our website is www.everfitclub.com.
You were here last year. It's a typical day today, Angie. What type of questions might people ask you?
A lot of people ask me what we offer, like you did, what equipment I have, if we're running any promotions right now, which we are. We have it's our anniversary month, so we're running a $9 joining fee for our 9-year anniversary. That's a question I get asked. Pricing and equipment is normally what I get asked about.
So ladies looking in right now, she could be in her 20s, could be in her 70s, but she's thinking, I don't know if this is for me. What would you say to them?
I would say you got to get active. It's better to start young and create the habit than to try to create the habit when you're older. So.
And what about somebody that says, I don't know, could they walk me through what I need to do? Would you set like a plan for everybody, Angie? Is that how it works?
How our sign up works is we do a consultation with every appointment.
Sure.
So we take them through all of our equipment so that there isn't that unknown of, well, now that I'm signed up, I don't know what to do. We take them through the entire circuit, all the cardio machines, everything that they want to know about, we model and then have them try. So.
All right, starting a little busy now. I don't want to take any more time. Angie, thanks for talking with me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, we're at Safety Expo. Actually, the Aging Expo going on at Cranberry Country Lodge Thursday, October 19th. We're going to talk Liberty Village right now. You've been around 14 years. I talked to you off the air. I've heard a lot of great things about Liberty Village. For people that have maybe heard about it, don't know a whole lot about Liberty Village, talk about it for me.
Sure. So our location provides assisted living as well as independent living. And then our first floor is memory care as well.
Any criteria for me to stay there? Is there any criteria?
No criteria. No? Sorry, looking at my business manager. No criteria. We would do an assessment just to gauge your needs, your care level, and then go from there.
A lot of homes around for elderly people. What makes Liberty Village different?
So I think one of the things that helps us stand out is that we offer apartments as opposed to just singular rooms. So our apartments consist of, we have studio apartments, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments available, very spacious and easy to access and get around in. So it provides that feeling of independence even though you might be receiving assistance.
And we talked a little bit off the air, you have a lot of stuff going on, like you have different churches come in on a regular basis. What other normal things will go on a typical month if I stay out there?
Sure. So we do have 2 activity coordinators on staff. They are managing different activities on a daily basis. A lot of fun, different things going on, crafts, visits to Toma Lake, bringing musicians and individuals in to perform for the residents, as well as bingo. You know, bingo's a big hit.
Bingo, of course.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays with ice cream socials, movie nights. So lots of different fun things going on.
So how many people do you employ out there?
So we have right now about on average 50 employees. So we are fully staffed with caregivers. So each shift, so there's 3 shifts, has anywhere between 5 and 6 caregivers on staff to ensure that we are providing immediate assistance to all the residents.
So you're out here at Cranberry Country Lodge today, but if you're not here, what's a typical day like for you?
Oh gosh, going in at the start of the day and just ensuring that our residents are being taken care of properly, that we are fully staffed, ensuring that our caregivers are there to provide assistance, and just really providing support to, again, those caregivers and the residents that are living with us.
Somebody's looking in right now. They say, hey, I really like the idea. I'd love more information. What's the easiest way to get info? How do they get info from you about Liberty Village? What's the easiest way to go?
So we're located in Toma at 200 Liberty Place, and then our direct line is 608-374-5005.
Hey, I know you really didn't want to do this. Nobody does. Believe me, I can guarantee you nobody in this room wants to talk with me, but I talk to me. But thank you so much for updating me on Liberty Village. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
All right, we're out here at the Aging Expo at Cranberry Country Lodge. This is Kylie. We're close to home. Kylie, talk about close to home for me, if you don't mind.
Yep, we're an assisted living facility. We have 2 different buildings. We offer private rooms and shared rooms. We like to keep our residents busy with activities and stuff, home-cooked meals. So.
Any criteria for me to stay there? Is there any criteria?
It just depends. Usually we'll do kind of an assessment first just to see if, you know what I mean, you qualify, because we're not a locked facility or anything, so people that are super confused, you know what I mean, it's just not a safe, environment for them. We don't have lifts or anything, so they have to be able to transfer, or if they're, at the end of life, time that if they're bedridden, then we can take care of them there. So
Your only real drawback right now, because I live out there also, is all that construction going on
my gosh,
where you're
yes.
at, and that's got to be a lot of fun, right?
oh yeah, that's a pain, and that's the way I have to go home too. So yeah, no, that's not fun trying to get around that and get to our places. But hopefully they'll get it done. It'll be nice when it's finished for sure.
So we're talking about close to home today. There's also Touch of Home. Are the two related?
Yep. Actually, they're one. Actually, on paper, they're considered both close to home. So, like back in the day, we had two businesses, but then they merged the two companies. It just made sense. But we do have the names still on the Touch of Home building, so people can determine, which building we're talking about.
There's a lot of elderly housing around the area. What makes close to home different?
I think that it's family owned. Bertie and Steve are the owners. They're the RNs too on call. So we have RNs on call, staff there 24/7. We get pretty good. Yeah, they say it's more homey. We try to do things for holidays and stuff. Like you said, they can decorate their room, that kind of thing. So.
I've actually had people stay there and they had nothing but good things to say about it, so I totally know what you're saying.
And we do respite stays as well too. That's something that lately we've been getting a lot of calls on. Just short-term stays that people need. A week or a month or whatever.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, I need more info on close to home. Right behind it, you're on Mark Avenue, so where all the construction's kind of going on. But people need more info, Kylie. What's the easiest way to get a hold of you?
We've got. Like I said, there's two numbers at both places. The best number is 608-372-5574. That's my direct number, but there's a couple different numbers and they know how to get a hold of me. And there's also, we've got a website that's going up, so.
Close to home, very easy to find. Kylie, I know you didn't want to do this. Thank you for talking with me. I appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Adam Robarge. Adam, we've talked before. Your title, for people that are not aware of it, is?
I'm the Deputy EMS Chief for Tomah Area Ambulance Service.
You guys, in a typical year, and we talked about this before, I'm amazed. How many calls in a typical year do you guys make?
We transport we respond to about 3,200 calls a year.
I'm guessing there are certain months that are probably busier because of the elements, the weather, or not?
It depends. Yeah, some of the summer months we see more heat-related stuff. Winter months we see more car accidents or slips and falls outside. So.
And you're in a brand new location now. That has to be like night and day, your new location, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. There's a lot of room, a lot of place for us to hang out, to work and learn and educate.
Okay, today you're out here talking to people about strokes. What should a person know about strokes?
Yep, stroke's very important. Time is brain. Time is brain. So being able to identify the symptoms of a stroke, speech is a big one. Talking to somebody and all of a sudden their speech goes slurred. Their facial drooping. Get like a corner of the lip will hang down, or you'll start seeing some drooping in the cheeks and in the eyes. Unable to keep your arms level, so people can hold their arms out straight. You'll have an arm that will start to slowly drop, or you'll have an arm that drops completely. Those are a lot of signs of it. Balance, being unsteady on your feet. So we're trying to get the message out to people that the acronym of Be Fast. So looking at balance, eyes, face, arm drift, speech, and then the most important thing is time. And like I said, time is brain. Calling 911, getting the ambulance there, using the ambulance to take you to the hospital instead of driving or attempting to drive yourself or a loved one in.
So what you just told me, a person could actually be having a stroke and not realize it, right?
Oh, all the time. Some people sit there and they'll notice that something just seems off with themselves. But a lot of times it takes somebody else to recognize it. Yeah. To recognize that your speech just doesn't sound right, or you're not able to find words or coherent thoughts. That's what usually triggers 911 is somebody going, this isn't right.
You certainly do a lot of calls year round, as they're already touched on. Is stroke something that see a lot of that or not?
We do see a lot of stroke calls in the area, and Toma Health, being an acute ready stroke facility, is a great asset to the Toma community. Being able to take a patient to Toma Health, get the imaging done that's necessary, getting the treatment started as soon as possible, and then moving on to like one of the larger regional hospitals for continued stroke care is just amazing.
Adam, thanks for talking with me. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot.
The next one.
Right, we're out here at the Aging Expo at Cranberry Country Lodge Thursday, October 19th. This is Derek Daly, CEO at Toma Health. Now, this is your first rodeo here, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the first of these events that I've been able to attend in just over a year that I've been with Toma Health, and I'm very pleased and very happy with how this event has gone, and we're just excited to be able to do these things again after a little bit of a hiatus for a couple of years, and to be back at it full go with these type of events and community education is an important thing.
And as you can see, it's very well attended, isn't it?
Yes, I'm very happy with the attendance. I think there was a line actually waiting to get in when I got here at opening, and have continued to have some good attendance for this part of the programming and some of the sessions that we'll have later.
All right, before I let you go, Derek, as CEO, any breaking news about Toma Health we should talk about in October?
Oh, we've had a lot going on at Toma Health. We just wrapped up our fiscal year at the end of September. We had a very busy year. Most of our services had one of the busiest years they've ever had. We also are just wrapping up strategic planning. So our next 3 to 5 year strategic planning process is wrapping up, and there will be a number of service enhancements and big goals set within that strategic plan. So been a busy pocket of time for the last couple months, but really progressing here at Toma.
Derek, I know you're very busy walking around here. Thank you for making time. I appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely. Good to see you as always.
Yeah, thank you.
My name is Jancy Damel, and this is Brutus, the mini pig here. He is a certified therapy pig. And we currently visit the veterans at the VA, and we go to nursing homes and schools, libraries, birthday parties, special events like today. We work with people with special needs and disabilities. He does a bunch of tricks, and it's like, thank you, a little help there. So he does a bunch of tricks, and then we also educate all about pigs. We talk about all the misconceptions and myths about pigs. A lot of people assume that they're dirty and stinky and lazy, but they're actually extremely intelligent animals, very clean. They're considered hypoallergenic, and they're actually smarter and cleaner than dogs.
They are. I did not know that.
Yep. And so Brutus is 5 years old. He's full grown at about 141 pounds. And pigs can live up to 20 years. He's digging his peanut butter here. Brutus is a rescue. I have 9 other pigs at home that are also all rescues, but he's the only certified therapy pig. But most of my pigs are rescues because people think they're getting a teacup pig, and breeders will tell them that they're going to be 30 pounds full grown, but that's not true. There's no such thing as a teacup pig. They're just baby pigs, and then they grow up, and then a lot of people don't want them anymore when they start getting bigger. And they don't do research about pig behavior, but they can make really amazing pets. They're very emotional animals. They're very sensitive. They will actually cry real tears. They can be sad if they usually bond with another pig or another human or whatnot that's part of their herd, and if that's removed from their life, they can get depressed and be really sad, and they will mourn like the death of their friend pig. So there's just so much that people aren't aware of.
So they're really a lot like humans, aren't they?
They are. They're very similar to humans. There's a lot of testing done. Currently, or for a long time, they've used pig valves for hearts, for human hearts. They do a lot of testing on medications as well. Pigs are very susceptible to getting ulcers, so they were they tested Prilosec to get FDA approval. It was originally tested on pigs, and so actually sometimes if Brutus overdoes it and eats too much, gets too many snacks, I will give him a Prilosec to help with that heartburn, that acidy stomach. But they don't have sweat glands, so they can't regulate their body temperature, and that's why you always see them in mud wallowing around, because they're trying to stay cool, and they will purposely cover themselves in mud because that is their sunscreen and protection from bugs. So that's why they're always in dirt, and then people just assume that they're dirty. The big pig farms, the big hog farms, you know, they are kind of smelly, and that's just due to poor, you know, control of their waste. They will not go to the bathroom near where they eat or sleep, but if they're confined to a small pen, they don't have a choice.
Sure.
And you know, and then if it's not cleaned up, you know, in a timely manner, that builds up, and then it just, you know, and if you're talking hundreds of pigs, you know, that's where the odor comes from.
So he's doing peanut butter right now. Is that basically what he eats?
No, so there is a pig pellet food that that they eat that's got all the proper minerals and nutritional things for them. And so he'll get that. When we do visits, he gets extra special treats. But they are omnivores. They will eat both, you know, plants and meat. But they generally don't need to eat meat because they don't need that extra protein.
Sure.
And they are actually very picky eaters. They can be very picky. It's a lot of people think that, oh, pigs will eat everything.
Yeah, they'll eat anything. Yeah.
And I think even the pigs that are fed, you know, like a slop that might be a mixture of a whole bunch of, you know, kitchen scraps and stuff. If you watch long enough, you will see that they pick out certain things. Brutus is actually probably my pickiest eater. He loves peanut butter, but he loves grass, just regular old grass out in the yard. But he will not eat any other kind of leafy green salad. Green. He won't eat lettuce, spinach. He won't eat any of that, but he loves grass. So I'm not sure what's up with that. He also, I think he's got a texture thing. He does not like anything that's slimy or mushy, so he doesn't like bananas. He doesn't like, he loves pumpkin, but if it's the inner part that's got the seeds and it's a little slimy, if any of that is touching his piece of pumpkin, no, he won't eat it. They actually have more taste buds than humans, and they can differentiate between sweet and spicy and you know, every different type of flavor. They generally kind of prefer sweet things. They're also missing the part of the brain that says stop eating, you're full. And there's probably a lot of us humans that feel we probably have that same problem. But so they will just constantly eat. The one thing that's really bad for them is sodium. They don't do well with a lot of salt, and then it can just cause a lot of problems. They can overdrink water and then get, you know, water toxicity as well. So that's really the only thing that's to watch out for. But there really isn't a whole lot known about pigs because they're generally thought of as production animals, even pot-belly pigs, and you know, their lifespan is not very long. So there's really not a lot in the veterinary world as far as longevity care for pigs, and even it's hard to find vets that are familiar with pot-belly pigs because they are different than hogs. Their anatomy internally is different. You can't castrate a pot-belly pig like you can a hog because they can herniate. They have an interior ring that needs to be stitched up. So, and a lot of farm vets don't know that. And so it's hard to find good vet care because pigs don't like to be held down and confined, and you know, a lot of people don't want to deal with them. But they all have their own unique personalities, and there's also a hierarchy in a pig herd, and Brutus happens to be on the bottom of the pig herd, so he's got a very laid-back and relaxed personality, and that's what makes him really good for doing this therapy work. You can see he's always wagging his tail, and that's just like a dog. That means he's happy and content. and he really just enjoys coming out and showing his tricks, and he loves riding in the car too. So anybody that sees a pig with his head sticking out the Jeep window, that would be us. So, yeah.
I saw you couple downtown Thursday nights. You're out here at the expo today at Cranberry Lodge. The bottom line is, when you're out with Brutus, it gets people's attention, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. I say we don't get double takes, we get like quadruple takes,
Yeah.
you know, there are a lot of pet therapy is becoming more popular and more accepted, and you know, generally you'll see dogs and cats. That's the normal. You know, so we are definitely a different type of therapy team. We are more, I would say, entertaining and educational than just your typical therapy dog that may come in and just sit with you and you can, you know, pet them. So we try to be, you know, we try to be funny and humorous, and we try to get everybody involved and you know, ask questions. And you know, when we're with a group of people, you know, I'll ask, you know, does anybody, you know, has anybody grown up on a farm with pigs? And a lot of people that have, you know, they just never look at a pig in this way. They just think of it as, you know, that was going to end up on their table. So they're just surprised and amazed. And really, all pigs are very intelligent. All pigs can be taught to do tricks and things.
Yeah, see, now does he play basketball? Does he play this musical instrument?
So when he's not distracted by his peanut butter here, let's see if I can get him to
Okay, because he
do
does
some things here
he
for
does
you.
do tricks, yeah.
What's this, Brutus? What's this, Brutus? Brutus. Hey, what's this? What's this? It's like you took my peanut butter.
That doesn't look like he's going to cooperate.
Well, he's
does it?
not really a morning pig, so it takes him a little. He likes to sleep in. It takes him a little bit to get Once he knows there's no other free treats available, then he'll. Brutus, what's this? What's this? Brutus. Hey. What's this? What's this?
Trying to get Brutus to do a trick here for us. Doesn't look like he's going to.
They are very much like toddlers, and they do have a mind of their own sometimes,
see that.
and they can be very stubborn. What's this?
Well, that's no big deal. We just thought he might. This one.
Let me see if I can give him this. Yeah, you got to at least do something here.
He's got the basketball. He does actually do tricks, but it's a little early in the morning for Brutus. So, just like all of us, he doesn't handle mornings well.
Oh, yeah. I got to show him the treats first.
That's a brother of yours from
There you go. High five. Can you do circle?
Who's circle? We've got a circle. Jacket. Yep.
This is Brutus, the pot-bellied pig that's out here at Cranberry Country Lodge. So there's his basket. Okay. Plays basketball, does all kinds of stuff.
What's this? What's this? What's this? Do it again.
And he plays musical instruments too, so. All right, I know you're very busy. People want you to talk. One final question. Why do I get the feeling, if I went to your house, that he would be walking around in your house?
Oh, he's in the house.
He's a house.
Yeah,
okay.
he's a house pig. Now remember, I said earlier, pigs are cleaner and smarter than dogs.
Yes.
So, but I know it's hard for people to accept, you know, seeing a pig in the house. But yep, he's totally potty trained. He goes to the bathroom outside.
He's potty trained.
Yep.
Okay.
And they're hypoallergenic. They don't have the dander that cats and dogs have. So.
So do you normally warn people when they come over? Do they know you have a pig?
I think just about everybody that knows me knows that I have a pig, and I have 10 total. I have the 9 other ones. They're not all in the house. I think my husband would have taken off a long time ago. But it's usually like the delivery people that might be a little surprised because I've got a couple that kind of free roam. Stanley, who's my biggest teacup pig, is 375 pounds, so he's about 4 times the size of Brutus.
Wow.
And you can see him walking out of the garage, you know, with an unexpected FedEx driver. That can be a little shocking.
So you mentioned earlier, Ma, you do so many things at Brutus, therapy among other things. there's got to be people looking in that probably didn't realize you did this type of thing. How do they get a hold of you? What's the easiest way to get a hold of you?
So Brutus, he's on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Brutus has his own Facebook page?
Yep, it's just Brutus the Mini Pig.
Okay.
And that's also, it's got our information, email on there as well. And they can just message us through Facebook, or his email is brutustheminipig@gmail.com.
Wow.
But if we're out and about, I always have stickers and I have business cards that has his information. So, yeah, we've been quite busy this summer. You know, COVID really slowed everything down. But I mean, yeah, we've been really busy, and we just have a lot of fun because it's just something completely unexpected. People, you can't help but kind of smile.
Yeah.
He's always dressed for the occasion. So with Halloween coming up, we're going to be Barbie and Ken.
Oh, sure.
For Halloween. Last year he was Frankenstein.
Oh, sure.
And around the holidays, Christmas time, last year he was the Grinch and I was Cindy Lou Who, so we'll probably bring that out again this year. And if there's a special event or holiday, or if it's a theme, we always try to accommodate with that.
Sure.
Next week he's been invited to kiss a principal as a reward for some students that read, I think, 100 books. So that's going to be his first time smooching up to a principal. So we've got a fun little outfit for that. So, yeah, we just have a lot of fun. And people, it's just fun seeing people smile, and a lot of people saying, gosh, I was having a bad day, and you know what?
Yep.
This just made my day,
Yeah, he certainly gets your attention no matter where you go.
Yeah.
So how do you get him here? Do you sit in the front seat with you? How do you get him here?
So I have a Jeep Wrangler, and he's got the whole back. He gets tethered in there. He's got like a little zip line, so he can't jump in the front. But he does stick his head out the window like a dog. He loves riding in the car.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, thank you I got so much education on pigs today I did not realize. Hey, thank you for talking with me. I appreciate your time.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much.
All right, I got one final question. This just came to mind.
All right.
We already said the pig is in your house, correct?
Yes.
He's not a cat. He's not a dog. I got to know, how do you know when a pig's got to go outside to go to the bathroom? How do you know?
So, we're kind of just on a schedule. Initially, he was litter box trained because it was February, and they don't really have full control of their bladders until they're about a year old. And then when spring came and the snow melted, I would take him out, and after he would go, I would, give him a treat or reward, and they're just so smart, and they just pick that up so quickly. So, it really wasn't that hard.
So you can sense when he needs to go outside.
So they can actually hold it for a really long time. There are some pigs that are so stubborn that they will, if it's raining out, they will refuse to go outside and will hold it for like over a day, which is not healthy for them. But in fact, Brutus, he'll get up at 5 o'clock when the dog goes out, and he'll go out because he knows he'll get a treat. But he won't even go to the bathroom. Then he'll come back in and go back to bed.
Sure.
But he doesn't have full reign of the house. I keep him gated in the bedroom, and he'll go up to the gate and he'll try to. He used to be able to pop it open, but now I have it, so he can't do that. But he'll go up to the gate and want to get out, and I can kind of tell when he does that he needs to go out. But he will fake it sometimes to go out and eat grass. He's that smart to be that manipulative.
Well, thank you again for educating me on Brutus the pig.
Yes, you're very, very welcome. You're very welcome.
All right, this is Brutus the pig. He's out here at the Aging Expo at Cranberry Country Lodge on Thursday, October 19th. And we've learned everything we need to know about Brutus. And we've also learned a lot more about, I learned a lot more about pigs than I knew. And this is Brutus the pig. He's got his own Facebook page. Check him out. Right now on the update, we're out here at the Cranberry Country Lodge for the Aging Expo put on by Toma Health. We just had a chance to meet Brutus the pig. We have also had a chance to talk with other people that are down here. And we're going to walk around and see who else we can intimidate as the update continues. We can go in the other room right now, and they're doing chair yoga over here right now. And This is what you're looking at. Many people doing chair yoga. It's one of the many things going on out here at the lodge. All right, Kelsey, with the Monroe County Health, you're out here at the Aging Expo, Cranberry Country Lodge. Talk about Monroe County Health for me. Educate me. What should I know about you guys?
Sorry, say that again.
What should I know about Monroe County Health?
Sure. So we provide a lot of different services. So today we're talking about fall prevention, different ways to prevent falls. One of our main programs that we want to highlight is we have a loan closet program, which is we have got several different devices that can be used to prevent falls. So things like walkers, wheelchairs, canes, bathroom bench, shower benches and chairs, and things of that nature, crutches. So a lot of different things that we can loan out to the community at a very nominal fee, and folks just bring it back. Good way to prevent falls from occurring.
Yeah, if I'm thinking correctly, among the elderly, falls is still the #1 thing, isn't it?
It is, yes, and it contributes to a lot of different challenges, especially for the older folks. Injuries, fractured bones, and also leads to a lack of independence. A lot of times folks who fall end up having to go into a nursing home or a rehab facility and things like that. So the more that we can do to prevent that from happening, better for folks, and also better on the wallet, because it's a lot of money that goes into insurance costs, direct medical bills, and things like that can be prevented.
Okay, somebody's looked at it and they say, hey, I would certainly qualify for what you just talked about. How do they make that happen?
Yeah, so they can just give us a call. Our phone number is 608-269-8666, or I guess that's probably the best way to get a hold of us. Just give us a call, tell us what you're looking for, and we can make it happen. You just come down to our office, pick it up. It's $10 for 10 weeks. It's just a loan, and so they pay the $10 deposit, and then when they return the item, they can have it for up to 10 weeks for that price.
So I'm guessing there's no criteria I need to meet. Is there any criteria I need to meet?
Nope. So you can be somebody who's a younger person who maybe has a medical condition or something like that, and you need a little extra help, or it can be somebody who is older, doesn't want to go into a nursing home, so tries to put these things in place to prevent falls from happening.
So you're out here today at Cranberry Country Lodge. If you were not here, what's a typical day like for you?
Oh goodness, I don't
imagine every day is different, right?
It is. We do a lot of different things. So we have several different programs.
Yeah.
I specifically am an RN, so I work a lot in communicable disease control. We do a lot with immunizations. Right now we are in the middle of flu season, so we're going around the county and doing a lot of flu clinics. And a lot of education. We like to be out in the public. We do a lot with maternal child health for moms and pregnant women. Just a lot of different things. We've got a whole environmental section. We have an in-house water lab. So we do water testing for folks for bacteria. So a lot of different things that we do. So our day-to-day can vary a lot.
So you and I are sitting down in the middle of October. Is this the time of year I should be getting my flu shot?
Absolutely. So respiratory season is upon us now, and not only flu, but also things like pneumonia that can ensue, RSV as well. In the fall and winter months, we see a lot of folks that do need help with just those respiratory illnesses. We see an uptick in that, and so people being hospitalized, especially the older population, they have complications, and a lot of it is also directly related to the fact that they have underlying health concerns as well. So somebody like myself, who is a fairly healthy person, I can handle the flu pretty well. Somebody who's older, they have some underlying health concerns, they're not going to be able to fight it off as well as I could.
Just out of curiosity, because I've heard different versions and stories, is the COVID shot still out there?
It is still.
Should a person, I'm 71, should I get a COVID shot?
I mean, obviously it's up to you, but we definitely recommend it.
Okay.
Just because, again, people with underlying health concerns, you're more likely to get ill and more likely to be hospitalized and more likely to die if you do get COVID. But again, up to you for sure. There is a new COVID vaccine that is out. We do not currently have it for the public at the moment.
That's what I was going to ask you. So it's not available, it's out there, but not available to the public, correct?
Not through our office, but you can go to pharmacies or to your normal healthcare provider clinics, and they should have that available for you.
So it is out there?
It is, correct.
Hey, just like everybody else today, nobody wanted to talk with me, but I appreciate you doing this. Thank you so much.
Have a good day. Thank you.
All right, this is Jan Bruder with Brighter Tomorrows, and it is Domestic Violence Month, isn't it?
It is. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
Tell me about domestic violence. I think the average person doesn't realize there's a lot more out there than people realize, isn't there?
There definitely is. So last year, Brighter Tomorrows provided direct services to over 400 survivors of abuse in Monroe County.
Wow.
And we had over 800 contacts with those folks. So it's definitely happening in our area.
And I would think the scary thing is there's probably so much of it going on you'll never hear about, will you?
I think most people don't report, and the numbers that we're seeing are just the tip of the iceberg of who's reporting to us. So it's really important if people need help that they know that we're a resource that's available.
All right, somebody's looking in, they're sensing maybe there's some domestic violence going on, maybe a friend, maybe a neighbor, maybe their own family. What's the next step they should take?
To make sure that you safely let that person know that you support them, and then letting them know that Brighter Tomorrows is a resource and that we can be reached at 608-269-7853, but really making sure that they know you're a safe person to talk to and that you're not going to share that information with anyone else.
I think one thing we should also touch on, you have a 24-hour crisis line, and I bet that gets a lot of use, doesn't it?
It does. That's one of our most used services because we know that crisis doesn't just happen between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. So if anyone's struggling after hours or at night, on weekends and holidays, there's always a victim advocate to speak with. So please feel free to call anytime, day or night.
And among other things, you also have support groups so people can get together in a group and probably feel more comfortable, right?
Definitely. Our therapist actually facilitates our 12-week interpersonal skills group. So if anyone's interested, they can call us and we'll put them in touch with our therapist, and she will kind of let them know how group works and see if they'd be interested in participating.
You're the executive director. You've been involved 16 years. I would imagine you've seen some good, some bad, some ugly, correct?
I definitely have, and it's been a pleasure to watch the program grow and expand and see all of the good work that we get to do in Monroe County.
People looking in, they need more information on Brighter Tomorrows. You should mention you're located in Sparta. I would guess you have a website. What's the best way to get more info? Because I'm hoping there's at least one person coming in very honestly that will watch this that we can help. And if so, how do they get a hold of you?
They can call us by phone, like I said, at 608-269-7853. I know it's hard to remember phone numbers. You can also call 211 and let them know that you're looking to reach Brighter Tomorrows, and they can connect you to us. Otherwise, we are available on Facebook, and then our website is www.mocobrightertomorrows.com.
So you're in Tolma today. What's a typical day for you if you're not here?
It just depends on the day. A lot of times we're working directly with survivors of abuse. We also do events like this, and then I also work with students pre-K through 12th grade on issues like healthy friendships, healthy relationships, dating safety, things like that. So we just really try to make sure that survivors get services and that we provide education to the community as well.
So you're a busy young lady, aren't you?
we try to stay as busy as
Yeah.
possible.
I would imagine every day is kind of like my world. Every day's got to be different for you.
It definitely is, and I think that's one of the things we enjoy about their work is we really get to interact with a lot of different folks and make a difference.
All right, let's say for the sake of the story, somebody knows of some definite domestic violence going on because it's obviously Domestic Violence Month in October, but they're kind of afraid to get the ball rolling. What would you say to them?
I would say to them that they can reach out to us. They don't have to share their name or any personally
That's good to know.
identifying information. We will not force them to report to law enforcement. They're in the driver's seat. If they just want to call and talk to someone and not give any information, they can, and we will let them know what their options are. But we believe survivors, and we're here to help them take whatever action they want to take. So they are in charge, and if they want to reach out, we will do whatever we can to make sure that we respect their wishes and help them on whatever path they choose to take.
Yeah, everything's confidential, so really nothing to worry about, right?
Yep, all of our services are free, confidential, and voluntary.
Just out of curiosity, we haven't touched on this. Do you deal with homeless or not?
With what?
Do you deal with homeless people?
Oftentimes the folks we're working with are homeless because they're fleeing domestic violence situations, so we work to help people find housing. We work with other community partners, and we work to try to secure funding to help people with portions of rent and temporary hotel stays and things like that.
I don't think we have any exact numbers, but I think you would agree with me on this. People would be amazed how many homeless people there are in Monroe County, wouldn't they?
Oh, I think they definitely would. Our numbers are a lot higher than people realize, just like with domestic violence and sexual assault.
I actually have a good friend right now that's actually sleeping in his car, and that's not good this time of year. And I just wonder how much is going on we'll never know about.
Definitely. There's a lot of really extreme situations happening here in Monroe County, and I'm glad that there's services that are trying to create awareness of those situations.
So since we touched on it, if somebody is homeless or knows of somebody that could be, can they also get a hold of you? Can you help them there?
Yep, so what we do is even if someone's not a survivor of abuse, we can connect them to other resources, and we make sure that they get pointed in the right direction. And people can also call Great Rivers 211 and let them know what they need, and they can connect them with a plethora of services too. So that's just another option available too to get resources that you need.
When you see the domestic violence stuff around us, this is Domestic Violence Month, the color purple, is there significance why the color purple?
I think when Domestic Violence Awareness Month started, that was a color they chose to kind of symbolize Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so we've kind of stuck with that color. And then in April, we used teal to symbolize Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Hey, thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time and helping us to create awareness today.
All right, Brighter Tomorrows. Out at the Expo at Cranberry Country Lodge. There's everything you need to know. All right, continuing out at the Cranberry Country Lodge, this is Lindsay. Lindsay's with the American Red Cross. We talked about off the air. You're in Tomah today.
Yep.
But you have a lot of offices all over, don't you?
Yep, we have offices throughout the whole state of Wisconsin and nationally, but we're part of the Wisconsin chapter.
One of the things you also touched on is volunteers. You need volunteers?
Yes, we are in dire need of volunteers all the time. 90% of our workforce is volunteer-based, so yeah, we have local volunteer opportunities, virtual volunteer opportunities, and national volunteer opportunities.
Now, we also talked about you don't have a location in Tomah, but you kind of do, right?
Yeah, so we are based throughout all the counties in the state of Wisconsin and the nation, but we also have a chapter out of La Crosse.
So what's a typical day for Lindsay? If you were not here, what's a typical day?
Every day's a little bit different with the Red Cross, so a lot of times I'm supporting our volunteers just because we are, our volunteers are everything for our agency, and just otherwise doing preparedness in the community, other events, other education, doing free smoke alarm installations, just a lot of community partnership with local officials and fire departments, so just working together with all of those different people.
Lindsay, I would have to believe it's got to be a great feeling knowing you're helping people, doesn't it?
It is. It's amazing. And it's amazing that we have such great volunteers on our team as well.
Somebody's looking in and they say, hey, I'd love to volunteer for the American Red Cross. How do they make that happen?
So you can either give us a call or you can go online, and we have a variety of postings of what we have available. And we have a volunteer recruitment. Her name is Elena, and she would be happy to reach out to you as well.
Okay, so off the top of your head, do you have a phone number or not?
I don't.
I would guess you have. What about a million? Do you have
It's
a website?
1-800 Red Cross. You can always call.
1-800 Red Cross, of course.
Yep.
Okay, we talked also. You haven't been with Red Cross very long, right?
Correct. Yep, just a couple months.
So what interests you to say, hey, I want to be a part of this? What caught your attention to say, hey, I want to be a part of that group?
Just knowing you're helping the community, especially when people are in such a stressful time with disasters and things that are so unexpected. I just want to be a part of helping them through, the process of recovery and just helping people know what resources are out there for disasters, home fires, and other support through the Red Cross.
So would I be safe in assuming that many people, including myself, really don't have a clue how many things you're involved in? Would that be a safe assumption?
That is true. I did not know either. So there's a lot that happens within the Red Cross between blood services, humanitarian services, service to armed forces. There's a lot of different programs within the Red Cross that we offer.
So if I want to volunteer for the Red Cross, any criteria I need to meet at all?
So we would have you do a background check, different application online, but it's pretty smooth and pretty easy. And like I said, we have a whole team that would help you walk through that process.
Hey Lindsay, thanks for talking with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me more info on the American Red Cross. You guys do a lot of great stuff, and thank you for educating me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Don, we're with Sonneberg Funeral Home. Don, you're out here at the Expo, the Cranberry Country Lodge. Main thing we talked about off the air, people should really prearrange their funeral, shouldn't they? I know maybe people say it's gross, but it's really the thing to do, isn't it?
Well, it's a wonderful gift for your family because after you're gone, many times I look at it, it's a difference between making plans and just following instructions, After mom or dad are gone, it's like, well, my mind's in a fog, I'm all emotional, I can't make decisions right now, but I can follow instructions. And they said, do this, this is how I want it done. It just makes it so much easier, and it removes emotions out of it, because oftentimes after a parent is gone or something, you'll make decisions that are emotional, maybe spend more money than mom or dad would have wanted you to, and it just makes it's just a wonderful gift for family.
And it's really, I've done it, it's really not that difficult to do. It's very simple, isn't it?
Oh yes, yeah, you sit down with somebody like Josh or Patty or a funeral director or somebody like me that works with that, and we guide you through the whole process. We let you know, here's the decisions you need to make. And usually it's more than one setting, because you have to go back and think about, well, how do I want this done? How do I want that done? Then you can find out how much things are going to cost given different options. So yeah, it's just it's a simple process if you have somebody helping you through it.
So it's probably a good idea to bring somebody along, right?
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. Because like anything else, there's more information. You need somebody to help you absorb it all and remind you of what was said.
And with me, what I basically have done, I've kind of prepared my obituary. You can do that type of thing too, can't you?
Well, absolutely, yeah. You can, all the pertinent information, where you used to work, what jobs you held, what awards, honors you received, how you want the service to go, whether you want certain songs, certain poems read, who you would like to sing, who you'd like to officiate. And one guy that I know of in town here even has specified that he wants double ham on the sandwiches, so you can be that specific with it.
So what is your actual role at the funeral home, Don?
Well, I'm an insurance agent. I have a contract with the Sonneberg Funeral Home to represent them. I go out and speak on their behalf to groups, just discuss how planning works. I can do funeral arrangements for somebody, set up funeral trusts if you want to prepay. So it's a contractual arrangement I have with them. I've been doing it for 12 or 13 years, I think it is.
So what kind of questions are you getting today? What kind of questions are people asking you?
The biggest question people ask is, what's the difference in cost between casket burial and cremation?
Makes sense.
How many
Absolutely.
people actually do cremation? Is it okay to do that? You know, so.
Yeah, cremation has changed a lot over the years, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. There's a lot of options with it, and so, and everybody's situation is so personal, it's hard to make general statements.
Right.
You have to sit down with somebody and find out what they want, how their family views it, and, you know, all kinds of factors.
Don Root with Son of the Family Funeral Home. Thank you, Don, for making time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Greg.
All right, we're going to wrap it up with Pam Booth, the Senior Director of the Senior Center. This is kind of ironic. I mean, this is a no-brainer you would be here, right?
What?
This is kind of a no-brainer you'd be here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we want to talk, among other things, it's just around the corner. I know you talked about the council meeting. Halloween just around the corner, a little more than a week. And I know you still need help, right?
Yes, we do.
How do they help you?
We have games that we need to be manned. We have to take all the Halloween stuff from the senior center to Rec Park, and then afterwards clean up. So there's always those kinds of things that we need help with, loading and unloading. Oh, and decorating in the afternoon before the party, decorating the recreation park. So there's all kinds of things.
And I know if people can be a sponsor, people can donate candy.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to get involved, aren't there?
Well, actually, Greg,
We have about 10 minutes left of the health fair. 10 minutes left, and then we'll transition to the small conference room where we have our
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Four M's the aging panel.
We need sponsorships and donations of money,
That's okay.
not
I'm
of
glad-
candy.
Right, I'm glad you brought that up,
Because
yes.
candy, I order about $1,000 worth of candy from the candy companies, so there's no second or third hand or fourth hand handling of it, so that the parents of the kids know that it's safe compared to being handled by a bunch of people.
How are we doing on sponsors? Do you have enough sponsors?
No, I need more at this point.
So how do they be a sponsor?
And
How
we
do
have the winner
how do
for
they make that happen?
Everfit's basket, and that is
Contact me at the senior center and donate through the senior center.
If people have never been to our senior center right downtown, I don't think the average person realizes, Pam, how many different things you have going on down there. They'd be surprised, wouldn't they?
Oh, very much so. We have from wellness exercise, line dancing, American Sign Language study group, of course the regulars like bingo, euchre, pinochle, canasta. We have guest speakers coming. The meal site is at the senior center. There's a Bible study in one of the evenings of the week. Lots of different things popping.
But one of the things I shot a little video of earlier out here is chair yoga. Do you have that down there?
No, we used to before COVID, and I'm looking for a yoga instructor. I'm looking for a Tai Chi. I'm looking for a meditation instructor. Those volunteers that can come down and do sessions at the senior center.
If people, just kind of a side note, if people went to a downtown Thursday night this year and saw people up in front doing country western dancing, they learned it at your place, didn't they?
Yep. Line dancers. Like I said, Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 9 o'clock is line dancing. And again, there's no membership fees at the senior center, and we don't charge for most of the activities. So you can come on down free for that.
Pam, I know you got to run. This thing's just about ready to wrap up. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Come on down to the senior center. Check us out.
All right, this is going to be the last lady we're going to talk with down here at the Aging Expo. This got my attention. Strong bodies. Talk to me about it. What's it all about?
All right, so my name is April Anderson. I work at the Extension Office in Monroe County as a health and well-being educator and food-wise coordinator. And one of the programs that we offer is called Strong Bodies. It's intended for people that are 55 or older, but anyone is welcome. And it's an exercise physical activity program. So it starts off with a 5-minute warm-up, and then there are several different exercises that you do throughout the class. It lasts 1 hour. So you do things like wide leg squat, overhead press, bicep curls, bent forward fly, side leg raises, chest presses, and then there's like a cool down stretching and balance exercises that we do at the end. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions about that?
My obvious question would be, where do we do all this at?
Great question. So there are virtual options. Those options are free. There's a Monday, Wednesday class that I help to facilitate. Then there's also a Tuesday, Thursday class that takes place virtually. There is an in-person class at the Tomah Rec Park here in Tomah at the fairgrounds.
What day would that be?
They're a little over halfway through the current session that ends about mid-November. We'll take a break for the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and whatnot, and so we anticipate more than likely we'll start back up in January at some point. It will depend upon the volunteer leaders' schedules and what days and whatnot that work for them. And those classes are currently taking place from 8 to 9 a.m.
So what's a typical class? What do your numbers look like?
I believe it's usually right around 30-some people at the Tomah Rec Park building. Yes, that's fantastic.
All right, Strong Bodies. Where do we come up with the name?
It used to be called Strong Women, I can tell you that, and it's called Strong Bodies now so that, you know, it's not gender specific. So men and women alike are encouraged to participate in the class. I don't actually know any more than that about kind of its history. That's a great question. I should look more into that.
So if you broke it down, typical class, men, the women, maybe 50-50 or less than that probably?
It is more women. There are I would say there's more men that participate virtually than in the in-person classes currently.
All right, Strong Bodies, I need more info. I'm very interested. I'm looking in right now. What's the easiest way to get more info?
To call the Monroe County Extension Office, our number is 608-269-8722.
Thank you so much for talking with me. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so on this portion of the community update, we're now here at the Cranberry Country Lodge on Thursday, October 19th for the Aging Expo. We want to thank everybody that was nice enough to talk with us. The majority of people do not want to be on camera, but they did it anyhow, and I really do appreciate that. We hope you enjoyed it. A look back at the Aging Expo this past Thursday, October 19th, out here at the Cranberry Country Lodge. We hope you got a little bit of education and enjoyed it here on the network. As the update continues, we're down here at formerly Phillips Pharmacy, Steel Health Mart Drugs, many years ago, of course. And right now it's the JNC Latin Grocery Store, 1004 Superior Avenue. They're going to open for the first time today. Next thing you're going to see is the ribbon cutting, and then we'll talk with some other people as the update continues.
Everybody smile. Wonderful. Lights a little. Wendy, just out a little bit. There you go. All right, good. Okay, so now. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You too. There. Okay. A little better.
Special day. I just want to thank God for this blessing, this opportunity. Thank you for the town of Tomah, for this wonderful building. And also, we have some food in here that everybody's going to enjoy. My family did it. They cooked really well. They just did here. And I just want to thank my wife Donna and her sister Lena for the hard work they put into the store. And hopefully make this town more prosperous. Come inside and enjoy.
Would you be willing to share what inspired you to open the store in Tomah?
Ethan? Inspired?
Or how you chose
I guess I
Tomah?
Are you going to want to do it? Okay.
How you chose
So,
Tomah?
well, my mom and her boyfriend moved here, and well, the idea came up because one of my uncle got very sick, and
That's how we started. We started with the little restaurant first because my brother-in-law got sick, and that's how we started. Honestly, we just started selling food on the streets and tried to send money to Mexico because he was really ill. He passed away in November on Thanksgiving Day of last year, and they always talked about opening a business. So this is an inspiration. There's a picture of him in the background behind the register, and that's why it's there. Pretty much a dedication for him. So.
Well, congratulations.
What does JNC stand for?
Oh,
yes.
Okay. JNC is the kids. Janice for J, Nayeli, the N,
Okay.
and the C for Caleb.
Okay, makes sense. Okay.
And what are your hours of operation?
We'll be 9 in the morning to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, we'll be 5 in the evening to 9 o'clock. So we will be closed during the day. And Sundays will be 9 to 2 or 3. Thank you. Thank you everybody for coming. Congratulations. Cardinology, thank you so much for your support.
All right, we just saw the ribbon cutting. When you looked in around Tomah for a building, was this your first choice when you were looking for a location?
Yeah, my sister-in-law, like my niece said, that they lived here in town.
Sure.
And she's seen this building vacant for a while, and she talked to the lady next door, and she said, "Oh, it's been vacant for quite some time." And she just felt it in her heart that it's a blessing. That's what it was. This building's for us to open the grocery store.
Prior to the ribbon cutting, you had a prayer. Prayer is very important to you, isn't it?
Yes, we're highly religious people. That's the reason why on Saturdays we're not going to work during the daytime. That's
Sure.
rest. That's pretty much for resting. And then we'll come in at 5 to 9.
Great location, right downtown. What type of products will you have in your store?
Variety of all Latin type of groceries. We're going to expand more later on. Once we get more business in, we're thinking about getting a butcher. That's me pretty much. I'm going to take some classes.
Okay.
Be a butcher, and eventually going to open a restaurant also, and have all types of authentic Latin, not just Mexican, but just any type of Latin foods we can fine.
So where would the restaurant be? Not in this building, right? Or
No,
where-
not in this building.
Okay.
No.
Do you have any other grocery stores around? Is this the only one?
This is the only one.
So how does the idea come up to start a grocery store? How does that idea come up?
We shop around, and we always got to travel far. And this is a prime example that people have to drive far, and that's what my sister-in-law decided, Gina, to open a store here in town.
One final thought: how many people will you probably employ? How many people will work for you? How many people do you employ?
We're hoping to get at least 5 in here. It's a small location right now.
Right.
Once we start expanding more, we'll get more people in.
So this is your very first day as you and I are talking. It's got to be a special day for you, I would
It's
imagine.
really special.
Long
It's
time
exciting.
amazing. So where's home for you?
My home is in Janesville, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And,
And you do have family right here in Tomah then, obviously?
yes, my sister-in-law.
Hey, congratulations on the new business, the ribbon cutting. Thank you for talking with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, this is Senior Disabled Director Pam Bluk. To Pam, we were just next door, ribbon cutting, 1004 Superior Avenue. It was a pharmacy for many, many years.
Yep.
Bottom line, for the people that know the story, you do receive rent money, financial help.
Yep.
That building was empty for a long, long time. It's now not empty anymore. That's got to be a good thing for you, right?
It's wonderful, because as you said, the rent supplement the senior center budget. So, yeah. But I want to say they're really nice people to
Yes.
have been
Yes.
working with them to get this going.
It's one less empty building on Superior Avenue, which we don't need, certainly. Okay, let's talk briefly about something that you will know more about down the road, but it's dealing with Family Promise. Where do you see that going?
We are taking a turn, the city council approved a trial
Right.
for us to take a turn along with the churches in town for housing at night. Homeless families. They can't be just homeless people. They're homeless families. And so that will be coming up pretty soon, our first time doing that, taking our turn.
Okay, so you'll know more about that obviously down
Yep.
the road.
Yep.
All right, Halloween just around the corner. Every year you have the big Halloween community party. Let's talk about that a little bit. Coming up.
Yes.
Yep, right here it is.
It is, the party is on Halloween, so
Yep.
that's Tuesday night this year.
Yep.
And it's from 4:30 to 6:30.
Yep.
And 5:15 is costume judging. Now, I want to point out, we have 0 to 100 plus. So teenagers and adults, make sure that you get in on the costume judging also.
You know, but the one thing I noticed, taping it every year,
Yep.
the adult category is growing and the younger ages isn't growing, right?
The teenagers is not growing.
Yeah, like the 13, 14 in there, yeah.
The rest are doing pretty good. The family groups are doing really good. Last year we had some really phenomenal family group costumes.
All right, we're sitting down right now, early October. Do you need help? Do you volunteers? Do you
Yes.
need people bringing candy? How does that all work?
I just got the candy today. It was just delivered today. And I have the game prizes. They were delivered last week. So now I'm looking for volunteers. We have about 13 games, and it's 2 to 3 people to run the games. You know, so if one person has to leave for a short time to go to the bathroom or whatever, there's 2 people covering. And so that's quite a few volunteers. The games, by nature of games, need people to bend over and pick up balls or whatever they're doing for the games. So my seniors, they like to do the door, the judging, those kinds of things, but they have a hard time running the games. So I would ideally love adults or mostly teenage kids to come do it.
Now, in the past, you've had challenge academies. Is that not going to happen?
I don't know. I have a
Okay.
request out, and they haven't gotten back to me yet.
Okay, but you also, I mean, this costs money to do, so you're still looking for sponsors.
Yes,
How
I
do I
am.
sponsor if I'm looking in right now?
Contact me if you. I send out about 100 sponsorship requests to businesses in town, but I have some individuals that come in and donate money. If you're a business and didn't get one, because I have a stack that were returned to me that I had the wrong address or something.
Right.
Please come and contact me here at the Senior Center. The phone number is 608-374-7476. Or it's pbuchda@tomawi.gov. G-O-V.
It's a pretty exciting day because you and I are talking and
Yeah.
we've got bingo going on, don't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Bingo in the background.
Yeah,
Yep.
it looks very well attended off camera.
Yeah.
Hey Pam, thank you for your time. Thank you for the update. And again, with 1004 now,
yes.
with 1004 Latino Grocery in there, a long time in coming, and a good thing for you and a good thing for the city, right?
Come check that grocery store
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
Wonderful to have it here.
Yeah, I asked them what their plan is, and they're just going to take it slowly, and
Yep.
if people need certain items that aren't in there, they will do it. But it's just great, as I said earlier, vacant buildings do not look good in the city, and we have one less vacant building now.
Yep.
Pam, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So on this portion of the update, we go down here at the GNC Latin Grocery Store at 1004 Superior Avenue. For many, many years it was Seal Rexall Drugs, and it was Phillips Pharmacy, and now it's JNC Latin Grocery Store. We're down here on October 9th, and they just opened their doors today, so check them out. It's a great place. They got all kinds of stuff in here, as you can see. So check them out, JNC Latin Grocery Store, 1004 Superior Avenue. Just opened the doors today on Monday, the 9th of October, so check them out when you get an opportunity. We hope you enjoyed it.
Sí, claro, ahí. Para eso están las sillas. Ella está intrigada de las empanadas.
I just do want to mention before we leave the JNC Latin Grocery Store. They have groceries, obviously, but they have a lot more down here than groceries. We're going to show you a lot of the other stuff they have right here. So you look over there, yes, all kinds of groceries, but they also have much more than groceries up in the front of their store. So it's the JNC Latin Grocery Store, but they certainly have much more than groceries down here. So check them out. They just had their ribbon cutting. 1004 Superior Avenue, formerly Phillips Pharmacy, part of course, Seal Rexall Drugs for many, many years. They just opened their doors today on on Monday, October 9th, and we hope you enjoyed it on the Community Update. Okay, closing at 5. On this portion of the update, we're down here at the GNC Latin Grocery Store for the ribbon cutting this past Monday, October 9th. We want to thank everybody that was nice enough to talk with us. Check them out, the JNC Latin Grocery Store, now open, formerly the Phillips Pharmacy, Steel Health Mart Drugs many years ago. They do not have outside signage right now, but in the very near future, by the end of October, they will have outside signage down here at 1004 Superior. We hope you enjoyed it. The update continues. We're out here at CORE at 1222 North Superior Avenue for their ribbon cutting on Thursday, October 12th, and that's what you'll see next as the update continues.
The important ones are here, so.
Really good. Big smile. Okay, good.
No, that's good. Okay, so we'll just go 3, 2, 1, and you can cut. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, put it in Emily's office.
No. We had enough bowls. Straight in the best.
Can I say a couple words? Yes, yes. I was going to ask Can I you. grab my drink? Yeah. So, oh, this is, now I'm getting a little nervous. Here, take another sip. So this office is a little bit unique. This area is a little bit unique for us. Toma is a smaller community, but we're an engineering firm. We were developed to support communities like Toma. Toma is, like we were just talking, is a little less than 10,000 people. We happen to be in communities like the Milwaukee area, Madison, Appleton, Eau Claire, Wausau. This is a little bit smaller and unique, but it's been our best experience as far as doing this that we've had because of you guys, because everybody here that came from Toma and stuff that welcomed this community. We're very thankful for all that. So thank you very much for all of that. We have a kind of a unique service line. We're the only company like us in the whole state for sure, and probably the whole Midwest. Part of the reason is of our people. So thanks to Chris and Kevin and the dynamic business plan that we have, we've grown to the point where we're doing things like this. And I can't thank you enough for all your hard work that's went into this. So thanks to all the people here. Appreciate all this right now. So thank you. That.
You said you had about 8 people that work in this office?
Yeah, well, we have 7 this summer.
With an intern?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Joe Oliveira. Joe. Beth, of course. Beth is our office. Kevin's our Director of Transportation Services.
Not in Toma.
Not in Toma. Not over
Matt.
Matt Brown, right here. Matt Brown. David Ritchie. Emily Gasker.
Yeah, Andrew's working.
Andrew's back in his office actually making money. So working. Chris Nice is out of Madison. He's our Construction Services Director. Did I miss anybody? Anybody? No one out here. But, yeah, the rest of, if there's anybody else that we're missing, they're actually doing work. And
so you had 7 out of this location with your intern. How many, including all of your locations, how many people do you employ?
We're around 115 right now.
Okay.
This time. So, yeah, again, to the uniqueness of CORE, we have not only the engineers, surveyors, people to support the engineers and technicians, we have 3 historians on staff.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We have a real estate services group that does all the eminent domain work from appraisal through acquisition, through relocation of residents and businesses, if indeed a project needs that, right? So if we have to widen a road or a bridge or something, we can do the soup to nuts delivery of the project.
So when people ask me, what's CORE? What is the dumbed down version of this for the layman that doesn't understand maybe the type of engineering that you folks do?
So we're primarily civil transportation. We'll dabble with airports and things like that, but not very often. Our bread and butter is roads and bridges, and then the services that come with that. Like if you need to, like I just mentioned, if you need to acquire land, but if you have to, if you hit a historic property, I mentioned to do that. Just anything that comes involved with
environmental services. We also our survey. We have structural engineers. Yeah, we, like Troy is saying, the different service lines that we have, or the different people, we can take a project from the start, planning, survey, design, all the way through construction. We can go out there, oversee construction, watch it get built, and then turn it back over to the client.
And where we're most visible in Toma right now is we're working on the corridor here with the paving, so you've probably seen our trucks out there. We're on 162 on a bridge, 131. So that's, I guess, where we're most visible currently, but we're hoping, to get a little bit more broad base through there, but that's where you've probably seen us.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. So a client for you, and looking at this, and I'm not in your line of work, so please forgive me if I'm inaccurate, but your clients would be probably, state, county, municipals,
Correct.
people that own the roads.
Right, correct, yes. We really got our foundation from understanding how to navigate the federal red tape.
So wherever the federal dollar went, we went, and in essence, and so we'll be able to deliver those types of projects, whether it's county, municipal, state, some federal work, but that's our bread and butter.
And you said since 2010?
Yep, 2010 is when we got our legs.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations on your home location. Now, I know you've been renovating this, or been in here for a little while, but you've been in Tomah for over 3 years now, because you were in the Blackberry Hill building downtown.
You're correct, yep.
Downstairs. So, you know, I'd like to say welcome to the area, but you've already been here for a little bit. Congratulations on your expansion. And I'm seeing beverages, and there's food down here.
Yes,
correct?
there's a ton of food down here, other beverages. Yes, but as we dipped our toe in Tomah, if you will, with of course hiring Beth and got our legs up here. I did realize that there were other people like you, and that you would hire them. So yeah, we've got a great group of people, and yeah.
There was a lot of people who didn't think we would really be able to grow, and then when we outgrew Blackberry Hill, the space down there, it was kind of a surprise. So we have a lot more space to grow right now. I mean, there's 9 office spaces available in here, and we currently have 6 to 7 filled, depending on if we have interns. So you know, and we can also add. You'll see the big space back there. There's room for cubes. It's planned out for that, but right now, you know, we're pretty set with what we are at. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of people who are looking to do this type of work still in a more rural setting than Madison, Milwaukee, and this gives them an option.
Well, we appreciate your recognizing the growth opportunity here and choosing Tomah to expand and hire and have your investment. So thank you.
You bet. No, thank you. Appreciate it.
And our real estate director, she's up in Eau Claire, but she was just down here today, so please keep us in mind.
Around this portion of the update, you've been looking at the ribbon cutting at CORE, located at 1222 North Superior Avenue on Thursday, October 12th. We hope you enjoyed it.